throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Second and 10. On play action. Love to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Love, they go play action now. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on first and second down. And then on third down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Here's Hardman to return. 9 to 40. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with a second-year man. There, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, when we talked about the NFL moving into the relocation game, most people assumed it would be London, maybe Mexico City. Now, this capital city was one of the dark horse candidates, but folks here have shown already that they are football mad. Trust us, you should have seen the scene walking in, and I think this entire country is already getting behind this football team. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Justin Fields, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Aviators are on the board here first in the season opener.
Oh, this is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. On 1st and 10, Love. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taking another first down. Now the 4th-year man, it's Cam Akers. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The Love's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Now Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Check right. Check pitch.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. On target over the middle to Hill. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a first and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal.
Ready?
Akers fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team. Fumble recover. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
They'll look to run with Akers. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
And now third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Great effort there. One play, 75 yards. And the Aviators take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So the problem's really starting to add up now. I mean, they try the field goal in an effort to get a little bit closer, but the block and return make the situation worse.
I like what you just said there. Just trying to get a little bit closer. I think mentally, that's why they were doing it, because really the 3 wasn't going to do them a whole lot of good, but they feel better about themselves now. They feel exponentially worse.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Green, check right, check pink.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Check.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Back-to-back running plays, putting him in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Throwing. Love. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. Touchdown, Packers. Brandon Cooks, 65 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get it.
Don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Oh, this is blocked. And all the defense has it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
Go.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, it's Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
On play action, Fields. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because it...
Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
You just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there. Because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. Touchdown! Trey McBride from 19 yards away. And the Aviators Aviators are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Here we go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Justin Fields with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Aviators are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Love's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Love now to pass on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Love. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here this close to their goal line.
Here we go.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the break. Fields escaping the pressure right. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we head east to the land to check on the Brownies at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Tim Patrick leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And bulldozing his way through. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Now a first down throw, Fields. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. On the counter, it's Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility.
And it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
This is taken in by McBride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Walker now on 1st and 10. He'll take it inside the 25.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
There's the stiff arm. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Here's Walker. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields eluding the pressure. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Justin Fields. Touchdown run. And the Aviators take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Play action this time with Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Hardman on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Here's Fields. Buying time to his left. Pushes past him. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second and a couple. Trying the left side with Walker. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back to Walker on 1st down. Shoves him away. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 98 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenneth Walker punching it in from a yard away. And the Aviators are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. First down, going to the air with Love. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam, but they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Here we go. All right.
Here's Walker to start the drive. Shedding the tackle. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard. A give for Walker running right. And fights through one man. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They run again with Walker. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. To the right side, this is Walker. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offense.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you
commit to the run so often in these situations. But there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ready, ready.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Love. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 3rd down, Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive. And then Hill's hit, and he lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This one into the hands of the rookie Luke Musgrave. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and I'm going to tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Fields on 1st down. Steps away to his left. A little juke, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout.
Here we go.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Off play action, Fields. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Fights loose. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with